Mars used to be just like Earth a long time back. When life first sprung on our watery planet more than 3 billion years ago, Mars also had massive lakes and rivers flowing with water. A thick atmosphere paired with a magnetic field shielded off harmful radiations, allowing organic molecules to flourish on the reddish planet. All these conditions were perfect for the existence of life. But as time passed, Mars eventually lost its magnetic field, allowing devastating radiation to strip the planet of its water bodies, atmosphere, and organic molecules, turning it into the chilly, non-habitable planet we know today. Some of the world's leading scientists think Mars could be made Earth-like all over again, allowing humans to finally become a multi-planet species. But with Mars being more than 100 million kilometers away from us, it raises the question, can we terraform Mars? When talking about terraforming Mars, we have to find a solution to all the difficult problems that this planet brings. Just landing a spaceship on it and launching it back into the Martian orbit is one of them. Mars is too cold, about minus 63 degrees Celsius on average, which means we have to warm it up on a sustainable level while Mars' atmosphere is thinning as we speak. Almost every solution to terraform Mars is an extreme solution. SpaceX founder Elon Musk thinks nuking the planet is our best bet. NASA's chief scientist Dr. Jim Green has the idea of putting a giant magnetic shield at the Lagrange point between Sun and Mars to stop the Sun from stripping the red planet's atmosphere, raising the temperature on the surface. Sending nukes into space and dropping them on the polar caps of Mars would release so much heat that it would actually vaporize the frozen carbon dioxide, leading to greenhouse warming to eventually melt its water bodies. The atmospheric pressure on Mars is less than 1% of the Earth's. And with Mars being further away from the Sun, it's estimated that a CO2 pressure similar to Earth's total atmospheric pressure is needed to raise temperatures enough to allow for stable liquid water. So nuking the planet helps to set the available resources free. However, even when setting all of it free, it still won't be enough. And that's mainly because of the deadly solar winds constantly bombarding the planet. Solar winds continue to strip Mars' atmosphere, so whatever progress we're making on the planet is being reversed second after second. The next step to terraform Mars is by repairing its magnetic field by building a new one. By making a giant magnetic field, we're able to curb off the solar winds. Dr. Jim, along with a dozen other space experts, have also theorized a magnetic field placed at the Lagrange point between Mars and the Sun. A Lagrange point is simply an area in space where objects tend to stay where they're placed. And it's not like this is a new concept either. The Hubble and James Webb Telescope are classic examples of objects placed at Lagrange points. And once the planet starts to heat up, liquid bodies will melt, the atmospheric temperature will rise, and the atmosphere itself will cease to disappear. Say we've solved every single problem we pointed out. The atmosphere is warm, water is flowing, and no more solar winds. Are we able to breathe on Mars yet? Back in 2020, scientists have already thought about that, and they conducted an interesting mission to Mars known as the MOXIE experiment. The Perseverance rover is working on a viable solution by using solid oxide electrolysis to convert carbon dioxide into oxygen. And if the experiment actually works, it means astronauts will be able to produce oxygen on the red planet itself, without having to conserve whatever supply they take with them. NASA hasn't issued an update on the progress of the mission, but there's a wide range of experiments being carried out that could potentially solve the oxygen problem on Mars. Another example of that is introducing special microorganisms that photosynthesis in low light to produce oxygen on the planet. And while scientists have already performed experiments with some microorganisms surviving more than 500 days in a box on the planet, it's still not exactly a viable solution. So every single step in terraforming Mars and every potential solution is equally the most difficult task. And even though we only scratched the surface today, as space exploration gets more exciting every day, we will talk about the preparation of our multi-planet species mission another time in more detail. Thank you for watching.